Hi everyone, Dr. David Kulla here with Synergy Wellness. I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret that no dermatologist will ever tell you. And I speak from experience. So as a child, I had severe acne. I had cystic acne. And for those of you out there that are suffering with cystic acne or severe acne or adult onset acne, or you're a teenager and you're dealing with acne, this goes for everyone, every age group, not just adult onset acne. But I'm going to tell you what I did to eventually clear it up. And I kept thinking as a kid, first, by the way, I was out in the sun and I passed out on the beach and I had sun poisoning and I had like blistering on my face and on my chest. And ever since then, I developed really bad acne, okay? And that was at 15. So for years and years, I would just always break out. And then eventually it got to cystic acne. I took Accutane, which I had severe side effects. And that's why I think it's not even on the market anymore. But so I had to get off that right away. But eventually what worked for me, and the Accutane worked for a short period of time, like a year, and I only took it for a month. But eventually what worked for me was diet. And for years I would drive my family crazy, telling them, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, I feel like that maybe gives me acne, and I never could really pinpoint what it was that was causing my acne. And I did all the research as a teenager because it's awful. I mean, having acne as a teenager it's not good on the ego. And for those of you suffering from acne as a teenager, as a young adult, or a grown man, in their 40s, even 50s, like myself, yes, I'm in my 50s, you guys, it sucks on the ego. Nobody likes having acne, even adults. And we will do anything to clear our skin up. Anything. I know anybody out there watching this would agree with me on that. So I'm going to give you some tips on what worked for me. So for years and years, I went and saw all sorts of dermatologists. I was given creams, I was given antibiotics, and yeah, antibiotics work. But when I got off of them, it would come back with a vengeance after about a month, right? Because the bacteria or the antibiotics kill all the bacteria. It's all about bacteria. I can't say it enough. Bacteria in the gut. You got to have more of the good bacteria and less of the bad stuff, okay? So you got bad bacteria, you got good bacteria. Which is good, which is bad? Well, I'll tell you what, bad bacteria comes from processed foods. And I did a really big video that was huge on psoriasis and eczema, people dealing with that and how to solve that, some tips on that. Please watch that video if you deal with psoriasis or eczema. But it's similar to the information I'm going to give you with acne. So all skin conditions, yes, they can be aggravated by an allergy. Common allergens: soy, wheat or gluten, dairy, peanuts, right? And eggs. Those are the 5 top allergens. Yeah, you can try to eliminate those one at a time. And I did that. It drove me nuts. Don't do it. You could do it, you could try it, but chances are, yes, you might be sensitive or allergic to something. And if I were to guess skin issues, I would say dairy or wheat and gluten. Those are the 2 big ones, okay? Now, that being said, what do you need to do to clear your adult onset acne? Now, you need to give it 2 to 3 months, so 8 to 12 weeks to turn over your gut and to turn over all the bacteria from the bad to the good. And I will tell you, it's really simple. And it took me so many years, painstaking years, to figure out what it was. And finally, when I got to chiropractic school, I took a course, a nutrition course, and I couldn't understand why everybody was traveling to see this doctor from all over the world, all over Europe. I finally scheduled an appointment with him as a student, and he charged me. And he was the first one to get to the source of my problem, SIBO, leaky gut syndrome, and to fix the bacteria, the overgrowth of bad bacteria in my gut. And as soon as I did that, my skin cleared up. And every once in a while, you guys might see beep, 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 a little pimple on me. You know what? That's always because I like sweets. I like my sweets. I am allergic to gluten, but I like, I have some snacks over there sitting on the table. I'm a snacker. I can't help it. But what I do to prevent from snacking, I used to take a product called Gymnema leaf, Gymnema leaf. And it's an herb that balances your blood sugar levels so you don't crash, especially for you coffee drinkers, right? So you don't crash after eating a bunch of sugar or drinking something sugary, right? So it balances those blood sugars. So A, you don't crave the sugars and the carbs. So if you're a sugar or a carb craver, Gymnema leaf, money. It's awesome, it works. And Standard Process makes a really great Gymnema leaf. I think you can buy that on Amazon, or you could do a telehealth visit with me and I could prescribe it for you, but you might be able to find that on Amazon, Gymnema leaf. Now, the big tip here is cutting out all the processed foods, eating fruits and vegetables. So what I do is I eat fruits now instead of snacks, right? So I've got snack on the table, but I'm gonna eat some of my fruit cup first, and that'll satiate my snacking appetite, my need for carbs or sugars, right? And fruit does a great job, and you've got natural sugars. Now somebody commented about, well, fruits are still sugars. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? You're gonna cut out sugar completely out of your diet? No, unless you wanna just be miserable. Who wants to be miserable? Be easy on yourself. Cut out the processed sugar, the processed foods. Eat more salads with proteins on them, vegetables. Make your meals simple, not these microwavable dinners and stuff. Eat it as it comes out of the ground. Salads, vegetables, things like that, okay? And cut out the grains. And if you do that and you cut out the sugar, especially the processed sugar, your skin will clear up. And I want you to comment after you've done that for 8 weeks. Comment below and tell me how you're doing. Thanks for tuning in.